Please welcome Miss Ekta Kapoor from Balaji Telefilms. Let's put our hands together.
Hello everyone. Apologies for the delay, although I seriously have to share it with the construction that's happening in Bombay. I could see Western, but I couldn't come. I thought I could jog it, but then with these heels I wouldn't. I'm supposed to speak about my journey from television to digital. I actually think it's been pretty seamless. It's like, if I had to describe it in simpler words, I'd say I actually had to undo a lot of television learning to go into making digital programming. But we have to keep the laws the same. The laws of scripting always stay the same when you go from television to digital. When we were working on our TV programming, we had a simple format. In every half an hour that we go into TV, you have to see that your overall arc is not important. The characters are important, and that half an hour, how you addict people to watch television is important. In digital, it became exactly the opposite. The overall arc was important, and it wasn't about the half an hour, it was about getting the person to watch all 10 episodes together, so binge viewing became the pattern. But in both mediums, the law of scripting, that is, getting stickiness into the medium, was very, very important. If you're not going to invest in your characters, and if you're not interested in knowing their journey, it's a futile exercise. TV has done a lot for me. I mean, it has given me a bit of a brand, a bit of a name, but it also constrained me because there is the limitation when we work on TV, that is that we have to cater to a home at one time. You're not catering to an individual, and what we have when we go home is the family face. This is something I've noticed. We are very different people when we are with our families. When we are with our mothers, those who are married with their spouses, with our children, we try to present ourselves in a certain way. We're also very different when we are with our friends, and we're extremely different when we are alone. All three mediums, film, television, and digital, cater to these three personalities of each of us. So when we are watching TV, we do not want our sensibilities hurt, at least the common Indian. Because the common Indian sensibility is that when we are with our families, we want to uphold our high moral ground. हमारे जो हैं वो खाने के दांत अलग होते हैं और दिखाने के दांत अलग होते हैं. And what we are with our families is that perfect person who we want our children to be, we want our parents to believe we are. When we're alone, we watch things that we believe in or we like. And when we're going out with our friends, then we want to watch something that we all will have fun in. Movies cater to the third personality, the communal viewing personality. You're in a theater with a lot of strangers and a few of your friends or your family. At home, you're watching things with your family, you don't want your sensibilities hurt. But when you come alone, you want to watch what you want to watch. Be it a brain-dead comedy, be it an extremely invigorating sci-fi fiction, be it a utopian concept which is, based in some futuristic era, be it a family drama which actually is little dark, dogma, delicious, That is your personality, your taste, your individual persona, where you do not want another person to be disturbing you when you're consuming that content. With the personal television that we call the digital platform, or which you consume through your laptops or your mobile, you have now the ability to consume that content all alone. India not becoming two TV homes, it was very, very tough to cater to individual tastes at home because it would hurt sensibilities. This medium called digital has given us a chance to create. So while an urban Indian woman would probably like a test case from Balaji, an Indian youth mass would like a Ragini MMS. And therefore, on our platform, and I'm clearly talking about my individual journey into digital, has decided to cater to that individualistic taste. We clearly are a personalized platform. Once we know what you like watching, we suggest those shows to you. And we have found with the little analytics that we have in the last 8 months journey, is that it's almost working out the same way. Who watch a certain kind of show, move on to watching the similar kind of show on the platform, and actually do not even attempt to watch something else. Like Bose is probably our most revered show. The last 2 months ago we launched it. My mother hasn't watched it. She has no interest in watching Bose. She has gone ahead and seen Ram Sakshi twice. And she will watch the Sameer Soni show because that's not her taste. And she knows that she has her lot coming. Those who have watched Bose have actually are waiting for test case. We have to accept that in a polarized society, with polarized tastes, getting one show to have the whole family consume it is now going to be a slightly not outdated, I would say, but a slightly low on priority concept. Because in the next couple of years, as more and more content starts hitting our digital screens, we will have the ability to choose the content we want to watch. If I go to Netflix and I decide to pick up a show, and if I want to watch even a proper, an action drama, I'll have suggestions of only action dramas to me, or something that would probably, they would have analyzed my sensibility by then and given me a couple of overlaps as suggestions, but mostly things that I'd want to watch. And so I don't have to really watch what everyone wants to watch. I don't watch The Crown. I didn't like it that much. I'm a Game of Thrones audience, and that's okay. I'm a Shonda audience, and that's okay. I may not be a completely evolved viewer, but I'm a viewer and I'm respected, and that's the power of this medium called digital. As a content maker, I suffer a lot of bias when I started with television. When I got into films, I was told, do you know this is not the Saas Bahu medium? I said, yeah, but you don't know the Saas Bahu medium. The problem with that medium is that you have to constantly update yourself because everyone is making the same thing and you yet have to get the ratings at the same time with 9 channels catering similar shows, similar dailies at that very minute. So I have a far bigger struggle on TV. We at Balaji have realized one thing. We don't speak with the same voice to all people. To which once Anupama Chopra told me, you guys almost sound schizophrenic. I mean, rarely does a company produce Nagin and Urta Punjab in the same year. I mean, it doesn't look like it came from the same company. I mean, we are the company that did Bose and Brahmarakshas in the same year. So it means that we actually respect the tastes of various audiences. Different people have different tastes. And that has to be understood so clearly that while we are going to be saying India likes this, India is different in every home, in every individual and every person. My personal journey from TV to digital was pretty much hit and run. Hit and learn actually, more than hit and run. I tried to do 5 different shows when I launched the app. And I decided to see which one will work the most. And then realize what kind of community am I building, and then play on as it goes on. What I realized was I built 5 different communities with starkly different tastes, with minimal overlap, and then I decided to grow at least 3 of those communities. So it's been interesting to know that in a country like ours, we have Bharat and India, and we can't run away from it. I mean, where I go into a Indian home, I'm told so often that, you know, आप ना सभ्यता को बढ़ाती हैं, आपके वजह से हमारी सभ्यता बढ़ती है, लेकिन आप वो जो लिपस्टिक जैसी पिक्चरें मत करिए, थोड़ा सा वो ना हमारे को ऐसा लगता है कि ये जो सेक्स के वजह से आजकल रेप हो रहा है, which is the most delusional concept ever. And then on the other hand, we are told like, you know, you pretty much emancipated. Why do you do these shows where everyone's wearing a sari and jewelry when they wake up, and why are there such loud music? And I'm like, this is the reason we have this huge divide. We're not accepting of each other, we're condescending. The way we work, we have realized that we have to accept and respect our audiences, and that's probably the reason that in a company like ours, we have realized that we are going to cater to different tastes and actually respect the various talents that are coming in. Another thing that we realized with our digital storytelling is that a lot of our film stories, when told the TV way, became great content for digital. So, because it had a straight beginning to end arc, movies that we wrote and we have probably not made films out of, Test Case, Dev Double D, were all film scripts that were lying with us, which we were waiting to get good cast for. If anyone knows films, you have to have the actor say yes, you have to have a top director to say yes, and then a movie is made. Here we had the ability to say, no, these are stories that can be viewed individually. Maybe they are not the perfect stories because they don't have a long arc like TV, and they became great stories for digital. We have also 3 different sources to actually have exposure to talent. Every day, television, digital, and film writers meet us. And then we have these weekly meetings where we have the overlap, which is that I have a great story, but I can't do it in a film. Can we do it on digital? And then the digital team hears it, or a great story in digital that the film team wants to poach. So, at the end of the day, what I'll say is, at this present moment, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I sit every morning and I hear a great story. And that for me is the most ultimate moment of my life, because the outcomes are not in our hands. The journey is, and the journey is extremely fruitful, because now with the digital platform, I don't have to think of getting the whole world to watch that one show. We have the ability to have smaller communities to like different, maybe edgy, maybe sometimes sublime, melancholic programming, and we can have thought-provoking, interesting content out there, because even if a small community accepts your content, you're pretty much there. I'm supposed to speak for 13 more minutes, and I don't have that much to speak, but I'd like to end this speech with one interesting thought. When we got into digital or TV, I was told that it's going to take many, many years before the CNS homes get connected, because the technology is there, but people are not going to pay 250 rupees. Why will they pay 250 rupees when there's Doordarshan to get a cable connection? I said it will never happen because of technology available. It will happen with the content available. It will take one show for people to want to watch, and that's where, beyond everything and individual viewing, there'll be one show that will break all barriers, overlap all tastes, and be there. And it happened with Kyonki. Kyonki came and we saw a huge rise in CNS homes. It became the perfect urban mass show for India to consume for many years. And it actually brought the technology at fore. We actually got people paying 250 rupees to get their cable connection. When they were not paying, there was this scroll running. Do you want to know about Tulsi's life? Pay your 250 rupees and get to see her live. I think that time has come for the digital world. I don't know if I'll make it, Amazon will make it, Netflix will make it, View will make it, Hotstar will make it. There will be that one show that will help all of us. We will be sitting here and see people downloading apps to consume content. The wave will come with that one show, and everyone will follow suit. I hope we don't try to make the same show again and again, but that will also happen. But the future is here. That's all I like to say. 11 minutes more, I think we can have a short break for that. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause going. We have to thank her. Her journey has always inspired us, and today, thank you for coming here and inspiring all of us just a bit more. There's a special moment that we just happened to click while you were talking. So this is from the vdonxt Asia team, and just a small token of appreciation. Thank you. Miss Ekta Kapoor, ladies and gentlemen.